Hello, welcome to Polyphonic Press. My name is Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new album by the Tragically Hip entitled Now for Plan A. Here we go. Now, the Tragically Hip are a rock and roll band from Kingston, Ontario. They've been around since the late 80s, early 90s, really busting onto the scene with songs like New Orleans is Sinking, Blow It High Dough, and probably their biggest hit is a song called Ahead by a Century. Overall, this is their 12th studio album, and it starts off with a song called At Transformation. It seems to be a return to form for the Tragically Hip. It's a bit of a hard rock song that goes back to their first few albums with, heavy guitars and really driving drums. And Gord Downie's voice on this song is really good too. It's sort of got an operatic quality, but it's still got a bit of an edge to it that gives it that kind of rock and roll sort of bar band feel. It's a pretty straight ahead rock and roll song, but the lyrics are not about like drinking or sex or anything like that you typically hear on a song like this. It really is a song with deep lyrics. Now, as you may or may not know, my favorite sound combination is a distorted electric guitar with an acoustic guitar, and that sound is featured heavily on the song The Lookahead. It gives it a very organic sound that's simple but really effective. Lyrically, this song is really well written as well. As the title would suggest, it's about looking ahead into the future and not dwelling on the past or living in the past or things like that. Sort of looking to things to come. At least that's what I took away from it. They're sort of acknowledging the past but not living in it. They're living in the moment and looking straight ahead. The title track, Now for Plan A, is a bit of a slower song. It features the acoustic guitar really heavily as the main instrument, but it's got this kind of ambient electric guitar kind of going on in the background. It's very distant and very ethereal. It's almost like it's not there. It's sort of like it's outside the studio or something, but it is intended to be there. The contrast between those two sounds is very, very evident, but they somehow work together and blend really well. The thing about this song that's kind of interesting too is the intro lasts for almost a minute and a half, but if it weren't for that long extended instrumental bit at the beginning, I don't think this song would be as effective as it is. So that, although it may seem boring as I talk about it, when you actually listen to the song, the long intro really does make sense for the rest of the song. A really cool thing about this song too is it features another Canadian singer-songwriter, Sarah Harmer, on the harmony vocals. And Gord Downie's voice and her voice really blend well together. It's kind of like they're siblings or something almost. It really is that blending, and their voices sort of together become one. Another great rock song is Take Forever. This is a faster rockin' sort of song, and it's a really great example of the band cutting loose and really banging out a great song. I thought the lead guitar parts on this song are really well done as well. It's sort of a call and response with the vocal melody. One of the things that I really admire about this band is their ability to pound out a really great rock song, but still have the lyrics be really poignant and meaningful and really thought-provoking. It's sort of a fine line to walk, and it's so easy to fall into the trap of writing a song about, sex or girls or whatever, but they choose not to do that. They choose to really put some thoughts into their lyrics. The album closes on a song called Goodnight Attawapiskat, which is a reference to a Canadian Inuit tribe. And it's sort of a mid-tempo rock song in a minor key, and it's got kind of an ethereal, sort of a little bit down, a little sad tone to it. Well, not sad, but more serious. I thought it was a good way to close the album. It kind of wraps everything up and concludes everything, but I also felt that the album could have gone on a little longer. It could have gone on for a couple more songs, which is an odd feeling when everything is wrapped up, but you sort of want something more out of the album. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this song ending the album because of that feeling, but it does wrap everything up really nicely. The production on this album is pretty organic and earthy. I really like the straight ahead production on this one. It's mixed really well. The contrast between the instruments and everything like that is really crisp and really clear. They really knew what they were doing. It didn't feel like they were just slapping it together. And this album is pretty good. I don't think it's their strongest album that they've done, but it is a pretty good listen, and I do recommend picking this one up. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So anyway, that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or with a video response, and if you'd like to suggest an album for me to review, please leave that in the comments as well, and I guess I'll see you next time. Take it easy.